Hi, welcome to What's Cooking with Rochelle. Today we are making caprese chicken in a lemon caper sauce. And you can use a few different things. Today we're going to be using organic chicken breasts. You could use a whole chicken and cut it up if you wanted to get industrious. But what we're going to do is I'm going to show you first when you take the chicken breast right from the store how to finish trimming it and get it pounded so that we can get it coated in the skillet. So when you take the breast, you're going to want to have a knife, and any extra fat you're going to want to take off of it. Just because it won't be enjoyable to cut through when you're eating your Milanese. Milanese is shouldn't have that. Okay, and then a lot of the times you're gonna have a little bit of a joint right here. You see how that's got some thickness and things in it that really aren't as smooth and exciting. So we're going to take that out. I'm going to show you here. All you're going to do is run your knife. See how we're doing? Just like that. And that will take this part out. And there's a little bit more. Can you see that right there? I'm going to get that out too. Just going to run our knife along that. Now, you know, you can make it without doing this, but that little extra step I think makes a difference. So this one's ready to go. Just one little bit here. And let's look and see what the other one was that we got. Now these were hand trimmed supposedly. So you could see there's more on this one to get cut off. There's a big piece on this side. We'll get rid of that. If you have a boning knife, you can use a boning knife for this. Makes it a little easier. Okay, and let's check this one. You can see it's got that same joint here. So we'll get access to that. Perfect. Okay, so you can see these are not even in the size. So it's thinner down here, thicker up here. What we're going to need to do to make it cook evenly is pound it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one at a time. And this is just some saran wrap to keep it so that it doesn't get all over our pounding. Now, if you don't have a tenderizer, you can use anything that's heavy. If you have a can or a jar or something that you can use a rolling pin as well. Get creative, it doesn't matter. So some people only use the flat side, some people use, so it's just up to you. I like to use the smaller one. And I'm just going to show you on the bigger part, give it a good whack. Oops. Okay, so we've got one done here. I'm going to show you. So you could see how it's stayed together, but it's just flattened out. And it's about, I would say, a ½ inch thick. If you want it thinner, you can go really super thin. It's up to you. I'm gonna go ahead and pound the other one now, and then we're gonna make our bread for it, or breading for it. Okay, so we're done with that. If you're ever mad at someone, make some pounded chicken. Okay, so I always use pie tins for this. You can use whatever you want. We're gonna make our breading to dip it into. So I've got a little bit of all-purpose flour and fresh ground pepper and some kosher salt. And I'm just gonna toss this real fast. Now, what we wanna do with each of these chicken breasts is cut them to make 2 portions. Doesn't matter how you cut it, but that's what we're gonna do. They're just a little too big. Nobody wants something that big. And then we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of olive oil in the skillet and go ahead and get that heated up for us. So I'm putting a couple of tablespoons of olive oil in there. We're just gonna let this get hot to like shimmery. I have my heat set on about medium high. Okay, so we've got our simple breading done and we've got our chicken pounded. So we're gonna go ahead and just dredge it in the flour. That's a fancy way of saying just taking it for a dip. So we're gonna get these dipped and you're gonna shake off any extras. This one's good to go. Let's get the rest dredged. You can do this with a fork if you don't want to get your hands dirty, but what fun's cooking if you can't get a little dirty, right? I always like to play. And, you know, Italian's one of my favorite kinds of food. This is an Italian dish we're making tonight. But chicken is a very versatile product that you could use for lots of different things. Okay, so you can see how they're all dredged in the flour. Let's check our oil, see if it's hot enough to go ahead and put them in the skillet. Okay, and you can see the oil is definitely much more viscous. So let's get our chicken in here. Let's see if we can get them all in there. We did, yay! All right, so our chicken is gonna cook on this side until it's browned. Depending on the size of your skillet, the thickness of your chicken, the time is gonna change, but I'm guessing it's gonna be about 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. So we'll check it in just a second. Okay, so you can hear the chicken sizzling. Let's check it. And that is absolutely perfect. So we're gonna go ahead and flip them over. Look at that nice caramelization we got there going on. Okay, and then this second side is gonna cook for about another 3 minutes. If you need a little bit more oil, which it seems like we do, it seems a little dry, I'm just gonna add a little bit more. Okay, so while our chicken is cooking on the second side, we're gonna make the sauce so we have it ready to put in the skillet as soon as it comes out. So I've got a half a cup of water here, and we're going to make some chicken stock. Now, if you already had chicken stock, you could certainly use that. I'm just gonna make it this way real fast. You just add a teaspoon, half a teaspoon of base to the water. Excellent. We're gonna take our lemons, and of course, remember, you always roll them to release the oils on the skins. Okay, and we are going to zest a whole lemon. So hopefully you have a zester. If you don't have a zester, I highly recommend you invest in one. They're not very much money. And what you're gonna do is run the lemon along it, and you can see that the zest will fall in. Now, you wanna use just the yellow part, not the white part. The white part, the pithy part, is bitter. So we just want the yellow part. Okay, get all that in there. Okay, and now we need about a 1/4 cup of lemon. Okay, I apologize, I should have had my knife ready. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take our lemon squeezer, squeeze the lemon juice right in there. I got a few lemons out because you never know. Sometimes one lemon has a lot, other times not. But those look like they were pretty good lemons. So we may not even need these. We're gonna add some thyme. Now you could add fresh thyme. I didn't have fresh thyme on hand today, so I'm using dried thyme. And that's just gonna give it a little seasoning. And that was a teaspoon of thyme, guys. And then we're gonna add our capers. Of course, lemon capers, you need capers. And we're gonna add about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of capers. And our sauce is all ready. We're just gonna give this a real quick stir. We're gonna add a little butter with this sauce to the pan where the chicken is. And we're gonna take the chicken out first. So let's go check it and make sure it's ready to go. All right, you hear this? Let's check them. So you can see this side has nicely caramelized as well. So we're gonna take our chicken out. If you've pounded them, you shouldn't have to worry about them not being cooked. They should be cooked completely through. Okay, so you can see all that. Now, what we want is what's in here. You see all these nice remnants? That is what we're looking for. So we're gonna add our sauce that we made with the chicken stock and the lemon and capers. And we're gonna take a spatula and just kind of get all that wonderful goodness scooped up in it. So you can see how all of those brownings have gotten in it. And we're gonna let this just reduce by about half. We're getting there. Okay, we're gonna add our chicken back in and coat it. Let this cook for just a minute like this. And if you got any wonderful juice here, add that in too. Just adds more to the flavor. And then the last finishing thing for our caprese chicken in a lemon caper sauce is a little bit of butter. So we're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. And again, I'm using non-salted butter. Yeah, let's add 3. If you have salted butter, then you might want to cut the salt down somewhere else. We're going to check it in just a minute and see if we do need any more salt or pepper after our finishing butter. And let's flip them around. And give it a taste. No, seems good to me. So we are ready to go ahead and plate this. I'm going to turn the skillet off now and get it going. All right, now the fun part, I get to eat. So you can see our chicken is nice and moist inside. It's cooked all the way through. Let's dig in. Delicioso. So, caprese chicken, lemon caper sauce. Thank you so much for watching What's Cooking with Rochelle. Bye for now.